As a lot of you will have probably seen in the description of all my YouTube videos, I run a course on Squarespace. It's called Six Figure Design Club, and basically it teaches other designers and aspiring designers how to go from 0 to 100k in 1 year. Now, I am ashamed to admit this, but I didn't realize that you could have multiple pricing structures in place for different access to course content. So, for instance, I knew that you could have a full price. So the full price of my course at the moment is 2k, or you can split it into 6 payments of like, I think it's $400. And I was like, okay, well, you can do split payments, that's fine. Or like, 2 variants. But what I didn't realize was you can segment the content in the course and say, okay, if you're a tier 1 subscriber, you can get access to this. Or if you're a tier 2 subscriber, you get access to this. What I also didn't realize was you can have multiple pricing structures for access to the same content. So clients asked me this the other day. They said, Sam, we have a learning hub and we want to basically say, if you're an organization, you pay X amount. If you're an individual, you pay Y amount. And if you're like an enterprise or something else, you pay, what's after Y? X, Y, Z. You pay Z amount, okay? What they said was, it's going to be the exact same content, but we need them all to pay different amounts. And at first I went back to them and I said, well, okay, we're going to have to create 3 members areas for these different pricing plans. And then they were like, are you sure? That seems like a lot of extra work. And then I remember thinking, I swear Squarespace came out with a new pricing structure for the course collections. And so I went back and checked, found out that you could have these multiple pricing structures for one set of content. And I thought, well, do you know what? Maybe other people are having the same problem. When I Googled it, I couldn't see much explaining it. So I'm going to try and do my best to explain it now. So the first thing that we need to do is create our course collection. So if we go into website and we click plus, then we need to go to course. So we click on that, set up the course, and then we just add in all of our course stuff. So let's say it's for starting a consulting business. Great. Now let's imagine all of this is just done. What we then need to do is go into pricing plans and then create a pricing plan. So this is just going to be a tutorial on how to price one amount of content multiple ways. So the usual way to do this is you get your pricing and then you say, okay, one fixed amount, which is going to be 1,000, let's say. And then the payment option is going to be, okay, you can split this payment. So let's say it's going to be 350 for 3 months. Okay, and we get 2 options. We don't get any more options. So we say, okay, that's one. And that's the way I had it, and that's the only way that I thought you could do it. But what we can actually do is, let's say we get rid of this and just click create. There's one pricing plan. We can actually then create a new pricing plan. So create, and then we go down and we can actually change this to 3 payments, 350, create. And let's say for the client whose website that I was doing, we're going to have create, and then we're going to have an enterprise option. So enterprise, we go down, and then we're going to change the fixed amount to 3,000. Hit create. And there you can see, for the exact same content, which I'll show you in a sec, you can have many different options. So let's just go in and I'll show you what it's going to do. So you can have the included products here. So you can see we've got Start a Consulting Business, which is in the course content here. So this is Start a Consulting Business. What we can also do, let's say we added another course and we'll call this Tier 3. In fact, no, let's just call this Enterprise because I can show you a little bit better then. So Enterprise, and then we're going to hit save and then go back. So now we've got Enterprise and then we've got Start a Consulting Business. So let's just put them together so you can see. Now, if we go into here again and we go into pricing plans and then we look at Enterprise, we want to give them access to Start a Consulting Business, But then now, because we've got multiple digital products, we can add enterprise. So it's only the people who pay for enterprise that get access to both digital products. But as I say, this tutorial is only focused on different amounts for the same content. So hopefully this makes sense in that everyone is going to get access to this content. So start a consulting business. But depending on who they are, they're going to pay different amounts. And the way that I would set this up would be to set up a sales page. So I'd go into here, page layouts, and then Squarespace now actually has this, so digital products, pop this in, and then we'll start to edit this. So digital products, edit, and then you can have a digital product block. Choose the pricing plan, and you can have all of the different pricing plans laid out. So if I was going to create this from scratch, I'd do an add section, add a blank section, and then what I'd do is I'd add a block, digital product, and let's say we have 3 tiers. So we'd have start a consulting business, 1,000. Then I'd just duplicate this, move it across, and then next to that we'd have start a consulting business 2, which is the split payment. And then move it across, and then we'd have enterprise. So you're giving the user the option to sign up on whatever plan that they are eligible for. In my client's case, if you're an enterprise, you can only sign up with enterprise. If you're a consulting business, you can only sign up with a consulting business, etc., etc. And I know this is like a super niche use case, but I was really frustrated when I Googled it and I couldn't see much explanation. So hopefully this helps. If it did, please make sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and check out all of the Squarespace resources in the description below.